Shalom. Have you ever noticed that we often recognize the battle around us before we recognize the condition within us? We know how to rebuke darkness. We know how to pray against fear. We know how to ask YaHUaH to remove the giants before us. But have we stopped to ask, where am I still running? Where am I resisting correction? Where have I kept searching for another answer instead of walking in the last thing He had already showed me? Where have I become so familiar with His word that I no longer allow it to search my own heart? Where have I been faithful preparing my home while neglecting to prepare my heart? Where have I mistaken knowing the word for allowing the word to transform me? Scripture says, the fear of YaHUaH is the beginning of wisdom. Not the end, the beginning. Wisdom does not first ask, how much do you know? She asks, can I still lead you? Before Melech David ever stood before Goliath, he learned to follow. Before Yahusha led a nation, he remained in a tent. Before Prophet Jeremiah spoke to nations, he first confessed, I do not know. Before Ruth found redemption, she first chose to follow. Notice how wisdom is revealed through these testimonies. YaHUaH forms the heart before He entrusts the calling. Sometimes we ask, YaHUaH, remove the giant, while running from the shepherd's field. Yet it was in a hidden field, not the battlefield, that prepared Melech David. So perhaps today the question is not, what giant am I facing? Perhaps the question is, who has been forming me? My fears, my traditions, my own understanding, or the wisdom that comes from YaHUaH? Scripture presents wisdom not simply as knowledge, but as a faithful companion who walks beside those willing to be taught. So before we seek another voice, before we search for another answer, let us first become still before YaHUaH. Perhaps wisdom begins with something much simpler than we imagine. Not another answer, but a heart willing to hear, practice wisdom. Today, notice where wisdom is gently interrupting your habits. For me, it is often overthinking. I can spend so much time preparing every detail that I forget to pause and ask, YaHUaH, how would you have me walk today? Preparation is good, but before YaHUaH prepares our hands, He prepares our hearts. Perhaps for you it is different. Perhaps someone corrects you today. Watch your first response. Notice when fear begins making your decisions. Notice when comparison steals your joy. Notice when you keep searching for another teaching instead of walking in the one already before you. When you recognize yourself, do not become discouraged. That is where wisdom begins. Pause and pray. Labdeni chokhmah ya laleket b'drakecha. Teach me wisdom, O YaHUaH, to walk in your ways. Melech David learned this long before he stood before Goliath. While others saw a shepherd watching sheep, YaHUaH was forming a man who listened, trusted, and followed. The giant did not create David's faith. He revealed what had already been formed in secret. O YaHUaH, soften my heart. Cause me to hear. Show me where I have resisted your instruction. Teach me to love correction. Teach me wisdom to walk in your ways, not only to know your word, but to become transformed by it. B'Shem Yahushua HaMoshiach. May YaHUaH find in us a heart that is soft enough to hear, humble enough to learn, and faithful enough to walk in what He has spoken. Until next time, may wisdom find in us a heart that is willing to learn. Shalom Achati.